All right, fire away.
Any news on KJ, and do you expect him to partake moving forward?
Oh, yeah, he'll play moving forward. He won't tomorrow.
Okay.
He had a separated shoulder that we feel at this time it's still week to week. Knowing the injury, I'm told, and knowing how tough he is, a lot just depends on, strength and range of motion. But he's already made progress. But he'll be reevaluated again in the next week.
Okay. And I know school starts back up against Monday or next week. Did you, during the break, you talked about how important this time is. Did you get out of this break what you wanted to going into it, just from a practice and standpoint?
I
all those
actually
things?
thought, with the exception of, offensively, how we played against Iowa State, I thought we got better since the West Virginia game, without question. But, now in KJ's, with his status and it being uncertain on length of time he'll be out, now we have to really grind and take advantage of, if I'm not mistaken, 3 of our next 4 at home. So we need to, have some guys step up, and I'm sure they will.
With KJ being out, what will that require defensively from your wings to guard opposing teams' 4 men, especially against K-State's got some versatile forwards?
Yeah, they do. K-State definitely has skilled bigs. So the difference will probably be with KJ out, we have 1 less guy, but probably as much as Hunter guarding a skilled big, and that would still have to be done even if KJ was healthy. So I would say that'll be a big key as much as anything else.
Hey, how much, if any, are you still tinkering with lineup rotation, and then how much does having a guy like KJ go out for whatever the length is?
Well, it definitely limits your tinkering.
Sure.
It makes some decisions for you, but obviously AJ Flory, Ryland, Rockies, will have significantly bigger roles than what they've had thus far. So I see that certainly being different. And can we play small? Are we tough enough? Can we rebound well enough to actually play small? So with could we even play, Ryland or Rockies at the 4-some? And AJ's going to certainly have to play there some.
What'd you think of the minutes Rickies got the other night?
Well, they're limited, so it's hard to say, but I actually thought in the production per minute, he was as good as we had, other than KJ in the game the other day.
I'm curious, just looking at Kansas State, what stands out about their personnel?
Well, to me, they're a scary team offensively because they can shoot and haven't shot it well consistently. When you have 5 guys that can stretch it, and you have some guys that are obviously going to take a significant number of perimeter shots, they can make shots, and to me that's what stands out as much as anything. And to the point of the question of playing bigs that are skilled. To me, that's what stands out. If you got 2 bigs that are basically 3 men skills that are playing, basically the 4s and the 5s, and so that makes it a harder guard in some ways.
Coach, you talk about it taking a while for teams to build an identity for themselves. Do you think it takes even longer now in this sort of new era of roster construction?
Possibly. Yeah, I think having returning guys obviously helps a lot, but we've got some veteran guys too, so I can't put it all on the returning guys, but I don't know exactly where you're going with the question, but the thing about it is our identity didn't change in Ames. We went from the 4th to the 3rd most efficient defense in America after the game at Ames, and we weren't even, to me, close to being what we could be. It's not on that side that has been lacking near as much as it has been on the offensive side.
To piggyback off that, Bill, yeah, you held them with 10 percentage points below their average at third place, without Jones way under. So can you just cite the areas of defense that we are doing better?
Well, you know, I thought if you really get down to it, the difference in the game, as much as anything, was their ability and our inability to run down possessions when nobody had control over it. I thought they stole, and statistically, you know, it tells us by our charting that they probably stole 6 to 8 more possessions than us than when I thought the chances were 50-50 or better that the possession would go to us. And then they scored off a lot of those. I think actually Gardner, our man, ball screen defense was so good the last 3 games, and it was poor in this particular game guarding the short roll. And there was technique reasons why it was poor, in my opinion. But the ball screen defense wasn't poor actually containing their guards for the most part, even though Jones got his. We actually did a good job off their other guards scoring off the ball screen. And we made their bigs try to beat us, and for the most part they did. So that, but there's some things that we did from a technique standpoint that I think can be corrected. So I think on the overall, Dave, I actually think we've done a pretty good job defensively. It's never perfect. It's never going to be good enough. I thought the other day we played a turned-up team that made us feel like there were 6 or 7 guys on the court and 12 or 14 hands in that first half. And it's a 2-point game, you know, with 2 minutes left, and we go fall apart there the last 2 minutes. So with all that being said, we're doing some better things defensively, but we can still rebound the ball better. I think our offense to their turnovers that led to baskets, their threes in transition, you can't guard the way that they shot them, and they made 9 points on shots that we would say, okay, those are okay shots for them to take. I actually think our inability to get 50-50 balls, and then of course cleaning up the defensive rebounds on a more consistent basis, that was the difference in the game.
And historically, your teams, I don't know what percentage, but certainly the majority of the time will win that 50-50 ball thing. Is that energy, them being juiced up? Is it twitchy?
I think it was, I think it's that they got some pretty hard playing cats that were turned up. And it wasn't from lack of effort on our part, it's just they gave a better effort and quicker to the ball than what we should have been.
Being under 500, do you think K-State will be a desperate team?
Yeah. I think they're playing Kansas. We're playing K-State. So I think whoever would be playing in this game should feel a sense of that. We should certainly feel it too.
Any thoughts on the Big 12 race? Is it still way too early to?
I don't know that it's way too early for us to say that we better take advantage of our opportunities. I don't think it's way too early for that. But, you know, we got a hard schedule. Our schedule's a little different than most on who we play twice and that stuff. So we got to take advantage of every opportunity, certainly at home.
Will you need, I mean, with KJ out, he wants it so bad. Will he be able to still help on the bench?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure he will. I haven't talked to him about what his role is going to be as an assistant coach yet. You know, we just found this out yesterday. But you know, he's played so well the last 4 games. He's been, you know, without question our best and most consistent performer. I think that it's a blow, but it's also a great opportunity to the point earlier about rotation and getting new guys opportunity and tinkering. Well, hopefully somebody can develop through this as well.
At the risk of being compared to Gary, like the last time I asked about this, do you know who you plan to start in KJ's place for this game?
I've got it down to 3. So, and that you sound just like. Of course, you work for the Lawrence Journal World. He did for years too, so that's probably just a common thing amongst you guys.
That doesn't, but.
Well, he doesn't ask that in Arizona. Although he did when he worked there.
And then as far as the offense is concerned and just areas for improvement, I mean, what specifically do you feel like you need to do better on that side of the ball besides just, I guess, making shots?
We need to have a big guy play to his size and, play to his ability, in my opinion. A lot of that's on us, but I also think Hunter can be much more active.
Anything else?
Thanks, Coach.